Hey traders! Welcome back to the channel. It's October 16th, 2024, and today we're breaking down all the action in the Forex markets. Plus, I'll give you my outlook for tomorrow, October 17th, so you can stay ahead of the game. Let's dive in. Alright, let's kick things off with today's highlights. The euro held steady against the dollar, closing slightly higher after some mixed data out of the Eurozone. Inflation numbers were a bit underwhelming, but traders seem focused on next week's ECB meeting. Over in the US, retail sales beat expectations, keeping the greenback in play. But we saw some profit-taking as traders brace for tomorrow's jobless claims report. Meanwhile, the Japanese yen continues to weaken, as traders anticipate more dovishness from the Bank of Japan. Now let's talk about what's moving the markets. Today's big movers were driven by economic data releases. US retail sales came in stronger than expected, which pushed the dollar higher in early trading, but we saw some pullback later in the session. In Europe, traders are already positioning ahead of the ECB next week. Inflation is still a concern, but growth data has been mixed, which makes the central bank's next move less clear. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Asia. The yen's been under a lot of pressure, and with Japan's inflation remaining stubbornly low, we might see some intervention from the Bank of Japan soon. So, what's on tap for tomorrow? First up, the US jobless claims report. If we get any surprises, it could shake things up, especially with the dollar. Watch for any data that might give us clues on the Fed's next move. For euro to US dollar, I'm expecting the pair to trade within a tight range ahead of the ECB meeting next week, but don't be surprised if we get some volatility on any unexpected headlines. As for US dollar to Japanese yen, it's been a one-way trade recently, and I think that could continue tomorrow unless there's some major intervention. Keep an eye on any hints coming from Japanese officials. Finally, pound sterling to US dollar remains sensitive to both UK data and global risk sentiment. If there's any fresh Brexit drama or surprises in US data, that could trigger some wild moves. Now, let's talk setups. I'm keeping a close eye on euro to US dollar. If we see a dip near 1.0500, I'm looking for potential buy opportunities ahead of next week's ECB meeting. On the flip side, if it breaks below that level, it could be a signal to go short. For US dollar to Japanese yen, the momentum is still bullish, but I'm cautious about any surprise interventions from the Bank of Japan. If you're trading this pair, consider tightening your stops. And lastly, pound sterling to US dollar could be in for some range-bound trading tomorrow. I'm not expecting a breakout, but I'm watching for a possible long setup if we dip below 1.2100. That's it for today's Forex news and forecast for October 17th. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest Forex updates. And hey, drop a comment below, let me know which pairs you're watching tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.